What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to JD Plays Kingdom Come Deliverance. Brand new game, just launched today, and I've played about an hour and a half of it, just kind of getting a feel for it, streaming early this morning, and we're going to do a Let's Play series over this. I'm going to be skipping a majority of the intro, but I'm going to be doing my own intro here first before we do that. So this is, as I understand it, an open world sandbox RPG, the likes of which supposedly combines Mountain Blade, Skyrim, and The Witcher as best as they can into, a single new game. So we're going to see how it goes. Hopefully you guys enjoy the series. Hopefully I can see it through and my ADHD doesn't get the better of me. But we'll see how that goes. So as always, if you do find yourself enjoying the videos, please by all means hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. It really encourages me to keep putting out content. Those likes also mean a lot to me. And as always, leave me some comments. Communicate with me. And feel free to stop by my live stream anytime. I'll be streaming this almost nightly. And let's get started. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and bypass the majority of this intro. So, unexpected visit is the first quest we receive. We've basically spoken with our mother. She's told us that our father's waiting to talk to us outside. So we're going to jump up out of bed. They had a brief conversation outside in which they discussed the fact that I was out all night. And so now we're going to answer a few questions to her in which we decide what our starting characteristics are. So we can either start with some speech bonuses, some agility bonuses, some vitality bonuses, or some strength bonuses. I've tried a bit of the speech and I've tried a bit of the strength. I haven't tried agility or vitality. Let's try with agility this time. Why not?
I went dancing.
Dancing?
With Bianca.
Ah, that's why you're tired. But you'll still have to work today. Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
All right, so we're going to go with agility again, just because.
No, it's just Matthias was.
I probably should have done speech right there, actually, though.
Archery? Do you want to become a poacher? Have you any idea of the punishment for that? And where did you get a bow, anyway?
Oh, come on. I've no interest in poaching. It's just a bit of fun.
Christ, give me strength. Just don't do anything stupid. For the love of God.
I promise.
All right. So right here we've got a bit of flavor text we can do to kind of get some background story built up. We're going to skip that for now for the sake of time because I want to keep my videos a little shorter if I can. So once you get into this mode, you can walk around and begin to interact with things inside the house. There's some cheese here. You could take this and use it for food. There's also a pot here. If you look down the lower right, you'll see not where the E's are, but by my health bar, you'll see there's a little plate icon showing that we're hungry. We're going to go ahead and eat from the pot. Now, there was also an option there to drop into the pot. You can actually poison people and do things like that to, as a way of interacting and bettering your chances of getting what you want or killing whatever the case may be. I don't know how we're going to play this game yet, but it's going to be interesting to see. But I know that there's some lentil soup and some apples and some biscuits over here that we're going to take. And then there's some stuff in this chest also. We'll go ahead and take it for now. At least we'll just take all of it. We're not going to need it yet, but we will here in a bit. Now, if you come back into this room, you're going to find there's some more stuff. But a lot of this stuff, for example, these onions, if you were to take them, it would be considered stealing. So we're not going to take them. But some of the items, like this cheese, we can go ahead and we can pick this up. Here's some more bread. And if we open this up, we can actually take everything in here out. So we're going to go ahead and grab all this as well. I think that's everything off of this shelf. I'm not positive, but I think so. Is there anything on this shelf worth looking at? I don't think so. Now, there's another chest here, but it requires a lockpick. We don't have one of those. And it's kind of weird that we would be stealing from our own house by taking the apples and stuff out of the bag. But so, it is what it is.
Look where you're going.
So stepping outside, there's another pot out here we can eat out of. And the next advancement of our storyline occurs when we come over here and speak to our father. So as we've discovered the grindstone, and you can notice that it's up on the compass, as is our current objective. Our objective is our father. He's the A marker on the compass. The grindstone is right here. Let's have a chat with good old Dad.
Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunis still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunis? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure, I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzik's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? Alright. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Alright, so we've got several objectives to go meet, and we'll see them all on our compass. Before we get started, let's go ahead and hit I, and that will open up our inventory panel. We can click here and go to player, and we'll see that we have 1 perk point to spend currently in our main level. Pressing Q on a perk will let you see the description of it. We're going to start off with Scout 1, which will increase the sight distance of fast travel and also the chances of evading by 10%. Now, the other area that we have right now is we've got level 3, I believe, in agility. Yeah, level 3 in agility. But we can't actually start getting our first points placed into agility until we hit level 4. So we're an agile little slippery sod, at least that's the hope. So we're going to head over here. D marker is the first one on the list, and this is where we're going to pick up the hilt. We're going to do it because we're already here.
God be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzik, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Alright, so we've got our crossguard. Let's head on down the hill. Now, I'm sure there's probably more items to interact with, but I don't know where they all are. I know that here, just outside of the gate to the left, is where the house of Kunis. Here comes Kunis out of his house.
God be with you, Kunis.
What do you want?
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
I knew you'd be trouble. Father says if you don't pay up, he'll come here himself and hammer those nails into your hairy arse.
I'd like to see him try. Fuck off, you bastard. or your old man will be pulling those nails out of you.
So this is an explanation of how we use the speech system in the game. The first skill is your speech, the second is your renown, the third is your combat prowess, fourth is obviously bribing, trading, haggling, and fifth is the use of actual skills. Down here it kind of shows you a breakdown of an example of what a conversation would look like, which you're about to see right here. So right here we have an option. We can either try to use speechcraft, which ours is low, or we can use combat prowess, which ours is also low. Either one's going to fail, and I've never really tried this one, and I don't think I'm going to. We're going to go with this one.
I must have misheard you. It sounded like you just told me to clear off. But you wouldn't be stupid enough to think you can steal, not pay your debts, and then try to scare me, would you?
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then.
Okay, so this is an explanation for how combat works. You can look this over, or look it up on a wiki. We're going to get to it. You cheap bastard. So when the screen kind of goes gray like that, that's a good indication that we're low on stamina. Popped him one in the face right there.
Curse it!
And you definitely want to try to combo your attacks together. See, he just got a haymaker on me, basically. And as he lands shots, it's going to decrease my stamina meter and my overall HP. So the more white I get down there in the bar, the less I can recover. So we've reached a new level in unarmed. I don't know if we can actually, yeah, we can actually come in here while we're fighting. Okay, that's interesting. Let's close this. So, looks like we don't have a perk point to spend here, it doesn't look like. Where's unarmed at? I guess that's under skills. Combat right here. Unarmed. We've got 1 point unarmed, and we're going up in warfare slowly. Oh, he got me good. Let me kick him back. Oh, he got me good. Oh, he comboed me. Drained all my stamina. Let's get our stamina back up here.
Come and get me.
Oh, he landed a haymaker. So he just took off a big chunk of my HP right there. There's a point of warfare.
What's up?
And I landed a big one right there. We've gained a point of strength.
Way off.
He's trying to wound me.
Sod.
Looks like we've got either a head or a body injury or both. I'm not sure. So we win.
Enough! Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand? Damn!
Alright, so that gives us the key to Kunis' house. It also allows us to now come over here and pick this stuff up. If you hadn't done it that way, you would have had to have stolen from him. And stealing it, you can't really use it correctly, so that's kind of a bad thing. One second, I gotta check something. The other thing that we need is inside this chest. He gave you his key. So we're going to take the hammer and the nails. And that's kind of what we came for. Was he doesn't want to pay us, cool. We'll take back what, you know, the blacksmith our dad gave to him. The other things that we needed to do while we were in town is we needed to come visit the coal burner, which is this gentleman. And we'll have a talk with him. Be careful not to attempt to rob him by mistake.
How are you?
So we're going to trade. We want to buy some charcoal from him. We need 10 pieces. So we'll click here, slide the slider over to 10, hit E. Tells us that that's going to cost us 5. So let's go to sell. What do we want to sell? What do we have? Well, we've got the axe for 2.9. So we'll add that to the basket. The hammer for 1.7. We'll add that to the basket. And the nails for 0.8. That gives us a 0.4 profit. But if you'll look, we've also got all this food that I picked up a minute ago, and the cheese actually sells quite well. So let's throw all 3 of these cheese in there. That puts us up to 9.4. This guy's only got 20. What else can we sell him? I'm going to hold on to the lentil soup, I think. Let's sell him the bread. Got 2 of those. Now we're up to 11. I'm going to go for 12. So right now we can go to basket, and we've got 2 choices. We can either close the deal and accept it as it stands, and this tells you our current reputation, or we can attempt to haggle. I'm going to attempt to haggle. And the haggling system is pretty straightforward. You're going to move a slider up and down, you're going to make an offer, he's going to make a back offer, so forth, back and forth.
Naturally.
So I want to get a little more money. I'd like to get 13 out of it. So we're going to make him an offer of, he pays me 13 for everything right now.
Since it's you.
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
So he's going to make me a counter offer now. He offers 12. I'm going to say, all right, look, let's go 12 and a half and we'll call it good.
Since it's you.
That sounds pretty interesting. A little less and I'll be satisfied.
All right, so we're going to have to meet him at 12, which is good for me. We got what we needed. We made some good money off of it. Didn't cost me too much. Last thing that we needed was we needed to come get the ale. Now we're going to go through a big cutscene here.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with you,
is
Henry.
opposed to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew.
So such lords as
What's going on here?
Rosenberg,
Deutsch is spouting
even the
shit.
Austrian dukes Albrecht
What?
and
Just
Wilhelm
listen and you'll
are
hear for
on
yourself.
Sigismund's side. Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your Diet will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
And don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
So there's obviously some internal strife in the countries.
Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do? I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some turds will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
No, I don't think so, guys. I'd rather not get flogged by my father. Look how beat up I am and the blood on my shirt. That actually has an impact on your conversation with people.
But I really don't have time.
Well, that's disappointing. Still, we can manage without you. Let's go, lads.
Honestly, Hal, how could you possibly chance like this?
Alright, so they're off to fling poo. It is very dark in here. So this is the tavern. All you really need to do is come over here and talk to Bianca, though.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course.
I'm gonna start having to call this game Kingdom Come. The Empire of Load Screens.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks.
Alright.
You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanian?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite, Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Alright, so the schnapps, the save your schnapps are pretty important. That's how we save the game, which we're about to make use of very soon as we end episode 1. So hopefully you guys are liking this so far. If you are, make sure you're hitting that sub button and that like button. This is the last guy we really need to talk to before we complete this initial rounds of quests.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
It was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. But the world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Yes.
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
So this is basically your second combat tutorial. The first one we learned was unarmed combat. Now we're going to go up here and we're going to do a bit of armed combat and practice the use of the sword. And after that, we'll be done with what we'll call the prelude for the game.
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far. Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
So basically, all we want to do right now is just move around our target. This is very simple, by the way.
Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times.
So we right click to stab, we left click to swing.
Good. Good, good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Right. Good. Again. Good. Once again.
Alright, that's it.
Alright. That's enough.
So we're pretty much done with all of our quests around town. We're going to go back and we'll pick it up from here in the next episode. So hopefully you guys are liking what you're seeing. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Like I said, if you are, make sure you're subbing up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you are liking and what you're not so I can know what to work on for you guys. And other than that, y'all take it easy. I'll see you all next time. Y'all be good to one another. Laters.